In a distant forest, there lived a gang of cats who shared a deep bond of friendship. They played together and always ventured out to search for food as a group. Winter had arrived, and the cold outside had become unbearable. The cats found it increasingly difficult to leave their cozy home, but they had no choice as they needed food to survive. Among them was a cat named Mano, who was quite clever. She often wished she could avoid going out and somehow have food brought to her. However, the constant persuasion of her friends forced her to join them. One morning, Mano woke up with a pain in her leg. She told her fellow cats about the discomfort, and they, showing sympathy, suggested that she rest for a day or two while they went out to fetch food. Mano agreed and stayed back, and her friends brought food for her when they returned. Though her leg was indeed in pain, Mano was secretly happy that her long-held wish had come true. After resting for a couple of days, her leg pain was gone, but Mano decided to pretend that she was still unwell. She told her friends that she could barely move. When they offered to take her to a healer, Mano refused, claiming she couldn't even take a single step. Her friends, not wanting to force her, continued to bring food for her every day. In the evenings, the cats went out to play for a while, leaving Mano alone at home. Mano often wished to join them, but doing so would reveal her lie. So, she stayed back, enjoying her cozy rest. Days passed, and Mano found these lazy, comfortable days extremely enjoyable. One evening, while the other cats were playing outside, Mano was lying on her bed when she suddenly smelled meat. Her ears perked up, and she quickly looked out of the window, making sure to stay hidden so the others wouldn't notice her. She spotted a boy under a tree, throwing meat scraps for some animal. The sight of fresh meat made her mouth water. Unable to resist the temptation, Mano decided to sneak out without her friends noticing. Carefully, she slipped out of the house and moved towards the tree, hiding behind bushes to avoid being seen. She reached the meat and began eating it hurriedly, savoring every bite. She finished all the meat quickly, feeling both satisfied and victorious. Now, she only needed to sneak back into the house before her friends returned. However, as she rushed back, eager to beat the clock, she failed to notice that some of her friends had spotted her running. They were furious at her betrayal but kept watching from a distance. In her haste, Mano didn't see a large rock in her path and accidentally hit her leg against it. She let out a cry of pain and fell to the ground, unable to move. Her friends stood at a distance, watching her with a mix of pity and disappointment. They realized that Mano had been lying all along. Mano, too, understood that her deceit had been uncovered and that she was now paying the price for her dishonesty.